Hey, whoever was supposed to wake up that dude from Green Day, September's over, guys. It's time to talk about October. But let's not do that until we wrap up the month of September. So let's do that right now. Hey, what's up, bookworms? Mike back with another monthly wrap-up. This is going to be for the month of September, where I just talk about the month that was, some of my most popular videos, some of what I read, just looking at a little bit of the channel growth and things like that, just where I like to let you guys know how the stability of the channel is going. And in case maybe you missed anything along the way, some of the bigger hits for the month. So let's start that off like we always do and talk about what I read in the month of September. It actually was a pretty busy month. I actually hit 8 books this month, which is the thing is, when it was going on, it didn't feel like that. I didn't feel like I was reading 2 books a week, but some of them are rather short, but a couple of them are rather long. So I was really surprised. A couple of the long ones there. I knocked out books number 2 and 3 of the Lycanius trilogy by James Islington. I kind of gave a brief little synopsis of that. Was that I felt like book 3 really started as a sludge, and I was starting to feel like, oh my god, he's not going to stick the landing. I'll be very disappointed, but he did stick the landing. So I won't be doing like an overall review for that anytime soon. I do plan on doing like a what I call the good and the bad of the Lycanius trilogy. I will be doing that after Fright Fest ends. But right now I'll say is, I do recommend that you read Lycanius, but I wouldn't do like I did and completely bust your TBR for it. I don't feel like it's anything that you need to cut to the front of the line, but I do have mostly positive things to say about it, and I'll get into it when I do that video. Also, there was a new First Law book this month, or I'm sorry, last month, obviously, September. Anybody who knows anything about the channel knows that there are 2 authors who skip straight to the front of the line every time, and that is Stephen King and Joe Abercrombie. When they have a new release, it goes straight to the front of the line. So, of course, I'm always going to be excited to read a new First Law book, and The Trouble with Peace was excellent as usual. I'll continue the channel read along with book number 2 of The Great Coats. That was Night's Shadow. I did a short story and a full novel for the Fright Fest that's coming up. That was The Willows by Algernon Blackwood and The Hunger by Almakatsu. And I finished up the second book in the sequel series of Faithful and the Fallen. That would be Of Blood and Bone. The title of that book was A Time of Blood by Mr. John Gwynne. Now again, awesome stuff. John Gwynne continues to impress me. He is 6 for 6 now, guys. That isn't good enough reason for you to read John Gwynne. I don't know what to tell you. And of course, just ended everything off by reading Battleground by Jim Butcher, the most recent Dresden Files book, which I do it into great detail to talk about that book on the channel here. I have to say my favorite book for this month, really, flip a coin between The Trouble with Peace and Battleground. I felt like they were both excellent continuations of the series. I feel like these are 2 of the series I feel like are the most consistent, to where there is not really bad books in the series. And they just, both authors just continue to improve their craft, improve their characters, and they just seem to be consistent. That's all I can say. Consistent's not a bad word. Consistent is a very, very good thing, especially when you're in books number 8 and 17 of a series, respectively. It's very, very good stuff there. So very, very busy month. A couple new releases in there. So obviously that's going to be a big thing. But that leads me into channel growth. And there was a little bit of an improvement in growth this month over August. And I expected that for 2 reasons. The Stormlight Archive and Dune. Breaking news, guys. Brandon Sanderson stuff does very good numbers on BookTube. I knew this. I always said I wanted to get to Stormlight in September because I felt like it was a good time to ramp up to the release of Rhythm of War, and apparently people agree with me because Stormlight stuff really gave me a boost this month, brought some new eyes on the channel, and I'm happy to have you here. I added 2,766 subs in September. That is up 366 from August. I knew that there would be a little bit of a jump due to in August there wasn't any big releases. September we saw 2 big releases, and I mean technically I still think First Law is pretty culty, but obviously, Battleground's a big release. Did do 2 videos for that. But then also the Stormlight Archive stuff, as well as the Dune trailer being released, brought a lot of new eyes to the channel. And again, I hope you guys have been impressed with what you've seen so far, and I hope you will stick around for stuff outside of Stormlight and Dune. 36,171 hours watched. That's up 8,400 hours from August because those Stormlight videos were kind of long. And 276,986 views, up 104,000 over August. Okay, so yes, Stormlight Archive. Very, very, what did I do? 7 videos for Stormlight Archive this month. each one of those kind of gets less and less as it goes along because people haven't read all of them yet. I did a non-spoiler and a spoiler video for each. And then for Dune, I finally did a why you should read on that out of interest, just based off of the reaction I had to the trailer, which we'll talk about here in a minute. But as far as like subs, I'm down to like 20 or 30 new per day when there isn't a big release like that. And that's why I keep saying that I think that 25 to 30,000 subs is the ceiling for this channel. And people always kind of laugh and look, this is never going to be a 100,000 plus channel. I mean, you can bookmark this and come back to it if that actually is proven wrong. It's just I don't feel like I have wide enough appeal to younger audiences. I seem to be the 24 to 35 seems to be my sweet spot because I talk mostly about adult fiction. So obviously, I don't have a super duper handsome face like some of the other men booktubers out there, I guess. So I'm not really drawing in a lot of numbers for the 18 to 24 demo like you would think that I am. But when you talk about Sanderson, obviously you're going to pull some of the younger crowd in and things like that. But again, I'm fine with that number, guys. Look, my pie in the sky internal number for this year was 10,000 by the end of the year. So obviously we're going to get probably 2.5 times that by the end of the year, unless something crazy happens. But I'm fine with that. I am fine with like a 25 to 30,000 subscribers range because it allows me to not get overwhelmed. It allows this community to be enough where I can continue to be engaged with you, which is the only reason I created this channel, was to talk to other people about these books. So this isn't a job for me. So again, I'm fine with that number. I'm just kind of letting people know that really believe that I'm going to be like 100,000 by the end of the year or something. I don't see that type of growth. I'm lucky if I hit 2,500 subs a month, which again isn't awful. Don't get me wrong. I know there are smaller struggling channels out there like I'd love to have 30 subs per day. I'm just letting you guys know I'm not disappointed with that number. I'm just letting other people know that this is never going to be a Daniel Green or a Murphy Naper type channel because I don't really pull in the younger viewers. So is what it is. I'm fine with either way. You guys want to come along, I'd love to have you. But again, I like this number. I really like the community that we built on the Discord. I feel like it is the most wonderful place that is like non-toxic on the internet. It's such a positive community. Everybody just talks about books. But when they don't talk about books, it's just everyone is super friendly. And I'm really proud of that. We're about 2,000 users on the Discord now. So if you want to join us, you can hop into the description below and click the link to join the Discord. Let's talk about some of the most popular videos for this month. Obviously, let's do the top 5. Number 1 was the Dune trailer reaction. I know that trailer reactions always get a big bounce. I didn't expect this. 42,000 views, and it seems like it's still going up. Based off the comments I got, a lot of people appreciate seeing a genuine reaction. That has always been my problem with reaction videos. I feel like they're staged and over the top, and they're not actually legit, or it's someone reacting to something they have no idea about. I wanted to do this one for Dune, just mostly because people asked, but also because, look, Dune means the world to me. And I think anybody who watched that video could tell that that was genuine emotion coming from me. And I was very happy to see it. Second place, almost 20,000. We're like 19.5 right now. 20,000 views. Why you should read the Stormlight Archive. Again, Stormlight is probably the most popular fantasy series mainstream right now. You probably put Patrick Rothfuss up there, but again, when does the guy ever release a book? So I think by far right now Stormlight is the most mainstream successful fantasy series that is ongoing. So it's not really surprising to see that there's people that are interested. And I've had a lot of people asking my opinion about Stormlight stuff for a while, and I kept saying, wait till September. Like, what, why? And this is why. Stormlight September just sounds cool, damn it. 15,000 views, Why You Should Read Dune by Frank Herbert. That was a video that I did not expect to make until right before the movie was coming out. But after that Dune trailer reaction, people really understood, okay, this means a lot to you, Mike. You need to tell us why we should read Dune. So I've gotten lots of feedback off that video. I'd say 9 to 1 people who have picked up the book after that video have really said that they enjoyed the book. So that makes me very happy. I still, it's kind of proving wrong my theory that I expect more people to dislike it than like it when they read it now. So I'm glad it's getting a lot of fresh eyes on it, and I'm glad you guys are proving me wrong on that, because I love to hear new people discovering Dune and coming up with what it means to them. And there's no wrong answers there, man. It means something a little different to everybody. And if you watch that video, you can see what it meant to me as a young man growing up and helping to build my confidence. Way of Kings review, 11,000 views. And of course, the Way of Kings spoiler talk, 8,000 views. Like I said, those Stormlight videos kind of get lower each time because not everybody has read all of them, or they haven't read them enough to be able to go into spoiler talks and things like that. So I expected those to kind of drop as I go along. It's like that with every series with sequels, except Wheel of Time, for whatever reason. There's certain books that get more views than not. I don't even understand how that works. But not everyone's read Stormlight, so they're kind of going through this when they can. But again, lightning rod for traffic and discussion is the Stormlight Archive Kit. It is very, very popular right now. And look, I'm just glad that my top 5 this month have something besides a book haul or a TBR update in it. You know, those always do good traffic, but having original content that's getting, you know, decent traffic and discussion, that's really awesome as a content creator to feel like that. If I had to pick a favorite video for the month, it's obviously going to be the Why You Should Read Dune. That's stuff that I put off talking about for the first year plus of this channel. So getting that out there and letting people know how that book shaped me into the person that I am today, and how it's not hyperbole. It's not just something that I say. It really is something I feel right here. It was really cool to me to be able to get that out to people and to get the reaction that I have gotten from that video, and the people who have really dove into that series, you know, head first based off of my feedback. Makes me very, very happy. Let's talk about some of the goals for the month of October. I think the biggest one is want to cross 25,000 subs. That's the next big milestone for the channel. About 800 away as of recording this. So I don't think that, like I said, unless it's really just like a glacial month, which I don't suspect will happen. But I don't know, this Fright Fest stuff, we'll see. And that's the other one. Pull off this Fright Fest thing. Look, I've taken some risks on this channel with, like, okay, I'll start a series and it's not really generating interest or traffic, so I've stopped it or something like that. I've dedicated a whole month to horror. And I know that that traffic isn't going to do what a Stormlight Archive does, or a Dune does, or a Wheel of Time does. I know that. So this is a risk on my behalf, and I'm hoping it doesn't bury me. I've never taken a risk this big on the channel, but I feel like it's built up enough now that I can do something like that. And I'm hoping that it can bring in some new horror friends to the channel, because I feel like it is a very neglected genre, especially on BookTube, which seems to be all fantasy and sci-fi and YA fiction. So I want to put some respect on that name, damn it. I want people to understand that horror is not only important to me, but it is a very, very worthwhile genre. It is more than just blood and guts and gore. There's a lot more to horror than just that. There's the psychological stuff, there's the thriller stuff, there's the mystery stuff, there's all kinds of stuff in horror other than just, I gotcha. You know, it's not just want to make you have bad dreams or whatever. But I hope I can get others to give the genre a chance. I'm not going to be doing a lot of hard sales jobs on anybody on these things. I'm just going to be telling you why I think that maybe you would like some of these things, and talk about, you know, a horror rate. I've had some people ask me, you know, I don't want to read horror because I don't want to, like, affect my sleep or something. I plan on doing some things on these where I say, like, hey, this is where I think this is a good starting novel for horror, and I think that, like, the horror level rating from, let's put it at, the horror rating is going to be from, like, say, like a 1 out of 10 would be like, it wouldn't even scare my 8-year-old, to like a 10 out of 10 would be like, you might want to bring a change of pants. I think I might come up with some kind of rating scale like that just for fun, but we'll see. Like I said, I hope it works out. It's the first real big risk I feel like I've taken on the channel as far as content goes. But I did want to drop this video, and I do want to do my book haul sometime in the middle of the month to kind of break things up. But I did announce that schedule, so if you did miss that schedule, look for it, where I did talk about what 4 videos per week, horror related, I'm going to have on the channel through the month of October, and I'm very excited to talk to you guys about. So guys, what did you do in September? Drop in the comments. Let me know. Was it a good month for you? Was it a bad month for you? That's okay. We're into a new month now. But let's wrap up last one in the comments below, and I will talk to you there.